ranking among the most popular verses in scriptures, is the verse in which we find Jesus' answer to the question posed by the Herodians and some Pharisees. And Jesus answered this way: "Give back to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, give back to God what belongs to God." And all too often, this verse is easily misunderstood because some people, some of us, would interpret Jesus' words as proposing the separation of the church and state. Palagi nating naririnig yung mga sinasabi, dapat hindi makialam ang simbahan. Halimbawa sa divorce law or divorce bill. Dapat hindi makialam ang simbahan sa RH law kung naalala natin. Sa SOGIE bill, dapat hindi makialam ang simbahan sa drug war at marami pa. And nothing can be further from the truth. Tatlong bagay. Una, the separation of church and state during Jesus' time was absolutely unthinkable. Unthinkable. Alam po ninyo yung mga emperador ng Roma, sila ay sinasamba because they considered themselves demigods. Parang mga Diyos, parang mga diwata. And they held the title Pontifex Maximus. The title now appropriated and used by the Holy Father, by the popes, Pontifex Maximus, is Latin for the English Supreme Bridge Builder o Supreme Pontiff. Kataas-taasang tagapaggitna ng Diyos at ng tao. So the Roman emperors during those times were considered high priests because of this fact. Second point is that the separation of church and state is a political doctrine that emanated from specific historical circumstances. And it began with Martin Luther. And then this was carried forward by many European philosophers in the 17th century. At ikatlo, ano ang itinuro ng simbahan, ano ang itinuro ng ating Panginoong Jesus ay hindi isang doktrinang pampolitika na merong pinagmulan o pinanggalingang pampolitika. Rather, our Lord teaches wholesome mutual cooperation between the church and political community, premised on the recognition of the autonomy and independence of each of these two sovereign entities. Saan natin mabasa yan? We would be able to read that and refer to the social doctrine of the church. Kaya dito lumalalim ang ating kwento. Bakit? Because in the gospel today, we see clearly Jesus admits that the state, Caesar for that matter, has some claim on what we have. Everything is taxed, taxable, with some exceptions. But when Jesus says, "Give back to God what belongs to God," He meant that God has a claim, not on some, but on all we have. He has a claim on all we have. Kaya hindi lang yung ikasampu, tinatawag nating tithing. So what do we have that does not belong to God? Ano nga ba? Buhay natin? Yung ating sangkalupaan, ang ating sansinuko, yung ating mag-anak, yung ating mga anak, yung ating mga kaugnayan sa kapwa, yung ating kalusugan, yung ating mga talino, yung ating mga kayamanan, yung ating kinabukasan, mapansin natin lahat ng iyan ay Kanya at galing ng Diyos. We can say, God owns us. 1981, we must have heard this song sang the first time. Hiram sa Diyos ang aking buhay. Hiram lang ang lahat ng bagay sa mundo. And so a Christian cannot say, it is my time, it is my money to use how and when I so wish. Of course, we can say it sometime, but we can only say it is God's time. We can even say it is God's treasure entrusted to me, loaned to me, invested through me to be used for my welfare, for my well-being, and the welfare or well-being of the others. Sa makatuwid, pangangasiwa o pamamahala, hindi pag-aari. Stewardship and not ownership. Because everything we have has been entrusted to us as stewards to be used for God's purposes. Halimbawa, it would be impossible for our cathedral, for the parishes to which you belong, to function as a believing community without the time, without the talent, without the money that is given by so many of you. Di po ba? So daily we see people donating their time, donating their talent, donating their money, so that we as a church, as a corporate body, can do corporal and spiritual works of mercy and acts of charity as a faith community. Halimbawa, mag-aalaga tayo sa mga mahihirap, sa mga mahina, o ipagtanggol natin ang buhay. Tayo'y maging pro-life, tayo'y maging pro-family, tayo'y maging pro-family. O ipinagsanggalang natin yung ating sangkalupaan. Yung ibang parokya, meron silang scholarship grants. O ang pagtataguyod ng kapayapaan, katarungan, tayo'y maging lugar ng kublihan para sa mga nabiktima, nasalanta. This is God's kingdom on earth, and we are its stewards. Bigyan natin ng buod yung ating ebanghelyo. Jesus said, give back to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, give back to God what belongs to God. Ibig sabihin, if our government provides needed goods and services, then we must, in justice, return to government our support, called tax giving. Merong sinabi si San Pablo sa kanyang unang liham kay Timoteo. Ang sabi niya, we should pray for our government leaders so that we may be able to live religious and reverent lives in peace and quiet. Now, if God has given us all that we have and are, then we are bound in justice to repay, to give back, to return to God gratitude, loyalty, service. This is called thanksgiving, which in Greek is rendered as Eucharistia. It is the central act of giving back to God the debt of gratitude we owe Him. Ang katanungan, ibabalik na ba natin sa Diyos ang lahat ng ating natanggap sa Kanya? Give back to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, tax giving. Give back to God what belongs to God, thanksgiving.